Clay here from Popel's Backyard Farm with Ruthie, and Ruthie is busy doing the grapes that we had. They're IQF, individually quick frozen. We put the whole bunch in the freezer so that you can see they're a little frosty. And she is picking the good ones out and putting them in the bowl. And the green ones she's putting over here, and this is the kitchen scraps, which will be going out to the birds or rabbits. It'll be the birds today because of all the kitchen scraps. But a lot of you have asked about what we're going to do with the grapes, and this is the first part of doing the grapes. What she's doing is she's separating the good grapes from the bad grapes in the stems. All that goes out to the birds, and the good ones we will put in Ziploc bags, like 3 cups to a bag, and put them back in the freezer while they're still good and cold. And if she decides to bake a pie, make jam or jelly, she can get it all out of the freezer, thaw them out, and do what she needs to do with it.
I want to mention this. It's a lot easier to do these when they're frozen
than they are when they're mushy.
Yeah, because there's little teeny tiny stems that are, if you do them when they're not frozen, you'll see that this little teeny tiny stem is hard to get off. When you can get it off, it might be stuck inside the grape. You want to do them when they're frozen.
Yeah, because you pull that out and the grape kind of rips, the skin rips, and then you've got a half exposed grape. This way, the grape is still solid and whole, and she can decide which ones she wants to pull off the stem. She can leave the green ones right on the stem. Throw the stem away for the birds, and they'll clean off the bad and green grapes, because they like the green grapes too.
And you want to work fast too, because you don't want them to get...
Yeah, you don't want them to thaw out too fast, so...
But see how that little stem is stuck? If it wasn't frozen, it'd be really hard to get that. If you can get it off, but it goes back into the grape, it's a pain. And it takes you forever doing a big bowl like this.
So when you pick the fruit, IQF it, which is individually quick frozen, then take it out of the freezer after the next day and do what you have to do to clean. It works the same for raspberries or any of that, blueberries. You're always going to get a stem or two. But if they're frozen, they're easier to work with. Probably not on your hands, but easier to work with on the stems. Alright, this is Clay and Ruthie. Just had a lot of you ask about what we're going to do with the grapes and how we're going to do it, and this is just one step in the grape harvest.
Mention the wine. Why we won't make wine.
Oh, I don't make wine. It's cheaper to buy it than it is to waste all these grapes on wine. These grapes can be used in a number of, you can put them in breads, cakes, jams, jellies, all that kind of stuff. And you'll get more out of it than you will just drinking the juice. All this work for a couple of quarts of juice isn't worth it. You could buy, if you want grape juice, you'd go to the store and buy a whole bottle of about $2.50. Alright, this is Clay and Ruthie from Popel's Backyard Farm, harvesting our seedless grapes. Join us again. Bye-bye.